joyous day. I'm out here on this trail, living the good life, the good life. You know, living the good life. All the times that we had, all the times we spent. Man, I miss my dogs. Shout out to Lil Wayne, man. I miss my dogs. I miss my family. Man, I miss my family. All the times we was thinking, all the times we was doing things. Man, I miss my family. Shout out to Lil Wayne, man. We out here in the jungle for real. Out in the jungle. Yeah, we out here in the jungle for real. Dreadlock Rasta. Rasta man. Like that's what they say. Man, these dreads be getting in my eyes sometimes. And making my eyes burn. But see, I used to hit my dreads. I used to hit my dreads with the sea salt. But I don't do it no more. I just do the water because like I'm already out here in the sun. Like I be out here every day and I'm out here in the sun and it dry out my hair some. So I don't do that no more. I just hit my dreads with the regular water. Let it go. You know? Like my dreads was long. If y'all go on my video, like y'all see that my dreads was like below my chest. Like I had them dreads for real. I ain't twist them just like I don't twist them now. That's how I think natural dread is supposed to be. I think natural dreads is supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be all twisted up and stuff. Like, let your hair be like, if everybody let their hair be, it'd be a whole world full of dread heads. Right now, I kid you not. I watched this movie, it was like back in like BC or something. And even like European people had dreads that was like, that hair was dreaded, you know? That's how I be. I'm a naturalism, you know. I was just talking to this lady about natural herbs and stuff. I'm with the natural herbs. You got a headache, put some salt in a bowl of water and put a rag, squeeze it, and wipe it on your head. It's gonna take away your headache. These natural remedies, you know. If you out there drinking anything, adult beverage, like you just you take some dandelion and that'll help with the stomach ache of it, you know. I'm all for it. I love church too though. Don't get me wrong, like I love going to church. I ain't gonna lie, I go to church still right to this day, but I just ain't went. I ain't stepped in and it became a habit. I made it not a habit not to go, but I'll make it a habit to go to church again. Cause I love church too. I'm a spiritualist and I won't talk about none of my spiritual things while in the building. And that's no joking. I'm not trying to make you laugh or nothing. It's not about that. But I'm just keeping it real. Like I understand people is on what they own, you know? And I'm on that spiritualist stuff, you know? I like walking these trails because it remind me of foraging. You know, it remind me of foraging plants and stuff for herbs and for medicine, you know? Yep. Going through these hard times, I gotta stand tall like the trees. These trees been around, look, study the trees. These trees been around longer than any of us. So that's who we should pay attention to. If it's about, like when you in the streets and stuff, they say it's about who stays out the longest. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, it ain't about how much money you make, it's about who stays out the longest. Well look, the trees been out here, I'm gonna turn around because it's in a trail. It's about who stays out here the longest. That's what it's about. And these trees been out here for a long time, man. Sometimes I look at these trees and I see a tree and I'll be like, this reminds me of a grandmother. And this tree reminds me of a teenager. This tree is just a baby tree and it could be as tall as like 2 basketball courts, but I see it that way. Cause it's like I'm seeing a personality, man. Seeing a personality in nature. I really am. I took a picture of one of these flowers, sent it to my fiance and stuff. Hope she like it. You know, I try to be romantic. I know a lot of people nowadays, the romantic. When I was like 19, 20, I used to be real romantic. You know what I'm saying? I used to get Starbucks for folks, flowers, random flowers for folks. I used to do everything romantic. You know, I don't think I let no candle, but like I'm still romantic though. I take my fiance to the movies. The most romantic thing I did as since now is I put a ring on her finger. It don't get no romantic. It don't get no romantic than that, for real. It don't. The top notch, top tier romantic comes from putting that ring on. Look, you can say you look, and I got my girl name. Look, I got my girl name tatted on my neck. Or is it on this side? One of them sides. I got my girl name tatted on me. Alright. And that shows how romantic I am. I got a ring on her finger and I got her name tatted on me. I'm romantic for real. I might not open the doors. I remember one time, and I ain't even trying to boast about the time. I'm gonna say this one thing, okay? And I'm gonna cut off this romantic topic, okay? But it's this song, it's this Barrington Levy song I listen to a lot of reggae. It said, women, it said, ladies, call up your man and tell him not your code. That's my favorite part of that song. It's called The Vibe Is Right by Barrington Levy. But he said, women, call up your man and tell him not your code. I love it when my fiance, let me test my breath, I'm talking fast and mud. But I love it when my fiance say that she cold, like she sit on the couch and be like, babe, I'm cold. I love that. That's so romantic. Cause you literally just saying, hold me. I like that. I like that from her. But that's romantic. You know what I'm saying? Romantic. But I say that to say, like, one time it was like winter time and it was super cold outside and we was walking. This was during the time when we was homeless and we was walking with all these bags and stuff. You know, that's another story. But we was walking in, she was cold, we was waiting on the bus. It's a couple years ago. We was waiting on the bus and she was freezing, man. Like my girl, she the type that got that thermia stuff. Like she got the I forgot what it's called, but it's that stuff where your body get cold real quick. So she had that, and I had to really hold her. I had to hug her tight to stop her from the wind blowing like on her, cause like I wanted her to live. I wanted her to get through the day. That's romantic, you know. And when you become at the level that I'm at, and I'm gonna end this romantic talk for real. When you come at the romantic stage that I'm at, it comes out to be unconditional love. That's what it comes out to be. You know, I love my fiance unconditionally. Ain't no matter what she do, ain't nothing that she could say to make me change that. You know? These is the things. These is the things that it is. I'm gonna bend back this way. But these is the things that it is. You know? The romanticy. You know? But yeah, I just be out here, man. I be out here because this is where it all started at. In nature, this is where it all began. You know? It's where it all started. The blueprint. If you want to know who you was and what you was before all this humanity, look at nature. It'll literally tell you what you was and who you was. You know? Believe it or not. Honestly, I ain't with that alien talk, but believe it or not, it got this M on our hand, right? Got this M on our palm. I think that stands for like Mars. Honestly, I think we might have came from Mars. And I ain't trying to get into the alien talk, but I think that's where we came from because it got this M on our palm. You know? Who knows, man? Who knows? I just try to stay on the right, narrow road. I try to do the positive thing. I try to do the right thing. You know? I'm locking up my hair right now. Anybody ain't noticed? Yeah, I'm locking it up right now. Getting it right, you know? Dreadlock Rasta. Yep, I'm sweating though. But yeah, I'm getting it right. I'm in like, it's like 3 weeks worth. It's like 3 weeks. Locking my hair. When it hit like 2 months, boy, watch out. Watch out for real. Cause I'm coming. I'm coming to spread that Rastafari love. I ain't Rastafari though. But I'm coming to spread it though. I'm out here on this sunny day. That's what I like watching the Rasta videos, like the one like in Jamaica. I like watching it cause like them people is super nice. Like I don't know if y'all ever seen like the Jamaica Files, but like them people extremely nice. I kid you not. Let's see who's all on here. DJ Flat. I wish. Hello. I wish DJ Flat died. That's a major DJ if anybody know. But no, the Jamaican vlogs. I watched the one where they went to like Bob Marley like hometown, I guess, Trenchtown. I just listened to Bob Marley albums not that long ago, like fully. And Bob Marley a dog, man. Like he really do the music for real. And like I like certain reggae artists and dancehall artists. Like my favorite dancehall artist is Popcaan, whatever you want to call it, you know. But I got reggae artists. I like Sizzler. I like Kempleton. You know, I like Marlon Asher. Strictly high grade, man. Yeah, I like that, man. I like them artists. But no, the vlog, I didn't understand. Like them people in Tristown, because they say it's the ghetto. It's the place where you shouldn't go. And stuff, they say it's the ghetto, right? Them people in Trenchtown, like they was nice as hell, man. They was super nice. Like people, like one dude got on there, he said, "Can I stay here?" And the girl from Jamaica, she was like, if you don't trouble nobody, then you could stay hers. Now that was real. That was real to go ahead and tell them that. That was real. That wasn't disrespectful. That wasn't being mean or nothing. That was real. That was real. It's real stuff, you know. So I respect the Rastafarians. Like when I first started my dreads, when I was like 20, I had the freeform dreads. I had like 4 of them. Yep. And I'll listen to Sister Nancy, that bam bam Billy, bam 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 Billy. Yeah, I grew up. Look, I grew up listening to that, you know, and that elevated me to like, man. And then I found out who Bob Marley was, and it just made my day. Like it truly did. It brought my attention to the naturalism, the spiritualism. That's why I did have rubber bands on my dreads, but I always put them on there for like a day or something. Then I'll take them off because I believe like electricity in my hair. You know what I'm saying? I believe like the rubber bands is rubber bands, so it stopped the vibes and stuff. Like my hair is like electric. It's vibration, so I can't put the rubber bands on my hair. So I just wear it like natural. I'm gonna bend back around real quick. But yeah, I just wear it natural, you know? That's all I do. You know, at first, like in my videos, if y'all see my other videos and stuff, I had wigs. I had what they call wigs. I was in Florida for a long time. I was in Florida for like 3 years, you know. And like when I would come back home from Florida, I'll have an accent, like a Florida accent. And my mind was corrupt because like, I ain't gonna lie, man, Florida, I love it. It's palm trees and everything, but like, it's like, man, like where I was at, I was in the spots for real, and I ain't even understand it. Like for real, like one thing about myself that I like and I enjoy, and I'm gonna keep it real, is sometimes I'll be ignorant, you know, and not ignorant. People confuse ignorant with ratchet. Ratchet and ignorant is 2 different things. Like, cause people be like, I get ignorant. No, that's 2 different things, man. Ignorant is not knowing or understanding something. Ratchet is just like you just wild, you just don't care. Like ignorant is like you don't even have the sense to care because you don't know. So I was ignorant down there, and I was, you know, I went down there on some other type of time. I should have been down there on some Rastafarian time or something, but I wasn't. I was down there trying to be, yeah, I'm a big gangster, running around with that Rolling look, that Kevin Gates vibe. That's what I was trying to be on, man. If I could look, that's the only thing I would rewind. But actually I wouldn't, because if I rewind and did that different, I wouldn't have met my fiance. I wouldn't have came back. I would have still been in Florida. So yeah, I don't want to rewind that at all. Yeah. It's a beautiful afternoon. I'm just over here, man. I like walking this trail because it's meditation, but one thing I learned, meditation is just fully just listening through your ears. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds cliche, but it's listening for real. Like, cause some people, you know, you seen Training Day, and they said, I know you hear me, but you're not listening. Hearing and listening is two different things. So a person could be hearing everything, but they're not fully listening. When you listen, that's when you really meditate and elevate. You know, for real. I learned that, like God. I ain't gonna say God told me, man. The Spirit told me. Some Spirit told me to open my ears, like some years ago. It said, if you want to really hear, like God's, and you really want to hear the Spirit, open your ears. Listen to the sounds around you, then go deeper than that. Go deeper than the sounds around you. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the wind and listen to the cars. Then eventually you'll hear Spirit. You know? And stuff. I heard Spirit before. Spirit came to me when I was at the lake. I'm like, my family from Belize. But I'm 50% Cuban. My dad Cuban, but my family from Belize. Also, like, that's where my last name comes from, Flowers. It's a Belizean last name. And so the Caribbean, both Belize and Cuba is along the Caribbean. So with the Caribbean, like, heritage, like, we known to, like, be spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So, like, right now, I practice obey. Obia, whatever you want to call it. I call it obey. Right? So, but it's known that Caribbean people along the water can sense spirit. Like, we real attracted to the lakes. You know, so I was at the lake one time and I was going through some things, and I'm telling you, Spirit usually comes around when I'm going through things, but sometimes it just pop up anytime when I ain't going to do nothing. But it came through one time when I was going to do something, and it told me to simplify my life. It told me to simplify my life. I was complicating it too long. I was complicating it too much. You know what I'm saying? It told me to simplify my life. And after it showed me the animals around me, how simple they was living every day, waking up, chirp, 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 you know, it made me realize something. It made me realize that everything is cool and I need to start complicating things, you know? So then after that, it told me to literally stick my hand in the water. And I think it was trying to spiritually baptize me. Knowing that I was not trying to stick my hand in no lake, I can't see through it. But I think the Spirit was trying to spiritually baptize me. Something like that. I can't really put my pinpoint on it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had some spiritual events. You know what I'm saying? I had some spiritual events. I seen some different things, like when I you know what I'm saying, I got a godchild, right? And when the godchild finally came to like the house and everything, like we was around it for like a week or something like that, and the godchild came to the house, and I seen this lady, and it ain't nighttime, so nobody should be spooked. But I seen this lady, and I just take it like it's his relative, or maybe it's my relative. Who knows? It's his. Like, I'm being a godfather. So it's his relative, and I see her, and she got these sharp teeth, you know? And she got like this short, like, Beatles, like, haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know what the Beatles look like John Lennon type haircut, right? And I see her in my spiritual room. Like, at this time, I was staying in a trailer, and I had a spiritual room. In that spiritual room, man, I'm telling you, man, it was high, heavy energy. Like I had a mask from Ghana on the wall. I missed that mask too. I ain't got it no more. I missed it too. But it was a mask from Ghana, and it literally, wherever you will walk, it'll follow your eyes like the Mona Lisa picture, right? But it was spiritual because I'm like, this come from Ghana and this come from the motherland, right? So I had all that, and I had writing on the wall. I had all the Orishas, because like I'm Cuban too. So I had all the Orishas on it too. I had all the Orishas on it and stuff. And I had the different names and the things that they went by on there to help me gain knowledge. Because see, I practice obey. That's because it ain't no initiation, you know. But honestly, I got more Cuban in me. I should be practicing Santeria, but there ain't no Cubans around me. There ain't nobody. I ain't had, look, 15, 20 years ago, when I started my spiritual journey, I told the Spirit to teach me. And it's been teaching me. At first I started, I'm gonna keep it real. In the beginning, I started walking around with the pocketbook Bible and stuff, and then I had the crystal in my pocket, and I started walking around with that. Good luck, but I was doing bad activities, walking around with it though for protection. That's how it started me out. And then it made me start to see that the air, the wind, is a spirit itself. It started making me feel, and then I was in the streets at the time, so I was like, the streets got a spirit. It ain't gonna give you no money until like it see that you want the money. So I started seeing everything in spirit, but the spirit was teaching me from where I was at the moment. Eventually it got me about the streets. But I'm telling you this because I ain't trying to be negative. I'm telling you this to say that the spirit taught me from where I was. It didn't try to bring me out somewhere and then start teaching me, taught me from where I was. All right. So all this occurred, right? And then the spirit started showing me different things. Like one of my friends, he from Haiti, right? And he was down here on a visa where, not a work visa, but a visa, I don't know what type of visa, but they was finna deport him, right? So I told him, this is what I told him. This is the first time, this is the first spell of work, whatever you want to call it. This is the first spell of work that I did, right? So what I did is I literally told him take out $1. I told him take out $1 and stuff, and I told him to put the job that he want on the dollar and put in his white shoe and then go to the interview. That's what I told him to do, And I tell you not, he came back and he literally said that he got the job. He ain't got to get deported anymore. That's when I really knew it was something more to life than just this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's when I really knew it was something more to life than this stuff, And then I was gambling at the time, so then I wrote everybody's name. I took out a red marker. I wrote everybody's name on my foot, on my right foot that I was finna go gamble with. See, the spirit was teaching me from where I was. It wasn't teaching me, trying to bring me out. So I was in the streets, so the spirit was teaching me how to be spiritual while in the streets until it got me out the streets, And so then, the spirit, it showed me and stuff, and it literally teach me this. It teach me that, so I did that, and I won at the gambling house. You know what I'm saying? I went at the gambling house. I put everybody's name on my right foot, red marker, went at the gambling house. That's when I started to understand. Then I started going even further. I started putting love spells on people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning all different aspects of the power of the spirit, And this is what helped me spiritually. And I'm sorry for going to do all this spiritual verbiage. But yeah, this is what taught me spiritually. It helped me understand the qualities of life, the different things in life when it comes to spiritual. And I'm going to end it with this. Everybody, love and peace. Love you guys. Stay blessed and keep everything kosher, all right? Peace and love to everybody, for real. Peace and love. And I didn't know it and wonder how,